consciously or subconsciously telling myself, hey, don't say this. If I'm around someone who's handicapped, don't say something stupid like if they're in a wheelchair. I was like, oh man, I've been running around all day. I have a habit of doing it. So when I'm around an Indian person, I swear to God, man, I say chief. What's up, chief?
Chief.
All the time. I'm thinking that they're probably thinking when I walk by, like, oh shit. And this is the hand of God truth. This is no act or no skit. I do that. And I often think like, wow, man, that guy's going away going, what an asshole.
Well, I mean, he's rolling away thinking, what an asshole. Right. He's not really dashing. But...
well, you know, he could be, it's not mutually, it's mutually exclusive. They don't have to be in a wheelchair and Indian. That's way too much.
Well, it's not the,
I can't roll up on him and say, hey, man, I've been running around all day, chief.
Roll up on him.
Like, what?
I have like the same thing. I'm just like, man, I don't, because when you're on stage, you can be as offensive as you want, and people are gonna laugh. But then when you're in public, it's like, oh boy, well, yeah, you hope. Like, you know what the worst thing ever is when you tell like an offensive or a racist joke and no one laughs. That's bad. But like, if you can tell, like, so if I make fun of Indians and they laugh, it's good. But if I make fun of like black people and they don't laugh, it's really bad.
They're good. The whole thing is what are you saying? Are you punching down, or are you saying something that's stereotypical, that's been like worn out or whatever? There's a way to kind of maneuver through those things and make it funny. Dave Chappelle, I saw him recently, and he did a joke on suicide, abortion, the Michael Jackson, R. Kelly thing,
O.J. Simpson.
I mean, he did a myriad of jokes.
Bill Cosby,
right, on stuff that you would just go, wow, man, that's LGBTQ. He did another one, and it was brilliant. And as I'm sitting there going, ooh, I couldn't stop laughing and telling myself, man, this is incredible. This is incredible what he's doing. And I'm glad that he does, because as comedians, we need to kind of hold a mirror up to society and talk about the things that makes people uncomfortable. And if you can do it, you can do it in a funny way, then...
You thought really deeply about this.
I do, because as a comedian, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Like, of course, you could say whatever you want to say, but it has to be funny, and you can't be punching down and all of that other stuff.
Yeah.
So you really need to, if you're going to talk about those things that makes people uncomfortable, you had better make it funny.
Yeah, that's the...
Funny. And that's the key.
Because if a clean joke falls, it's not that bad.
No.
Like, it's not nearly as bad as if a dirty joke doesn't make it.
Right,
That's what stuff gets.
It's just like a dad joke. It's just like, okay, all right, fine, you know. Yeah, we got it, ha ha ha.
Hey, but by the way, this is Mike Geeter.
Oh yeah.
Because we completely missed that. But if you don't know,
you should know.
Look at that shirt.
Neff.
Yeah.
Neff. My daughter picked this out for me only because she's trying to make me.
Who is that?
Is
that a person or a company, or is that a
company?
Thing?
They make hats and stuff, but obviously they make T-shirts too. And this is their logo. Neff. I think it's some skateboard thing. But
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. I'm more that.
Yeah.
He's more this. It's like a
Freaky
Friday.
We just switch for a second.
Yeah, clothing.
We're working on a really fun skit called Brown and Browner.
Yes.
And it's gonna be awesome when it's done, but we should probably incorporate something like this.
I've talked to my daughter about it, my 11-year-old, and she okayed it.
She did?
She okayed Brown and Browner. So now it's a matter of writing it out and doing it. And I think it's going to be hilarious. Not I think, it's going to be hilarious. Because we're hilarious.
The car one that we filmed did really well.
Yes.
It got some pretty great responses and people were very happy with it.
Yes.
And
yes.
when I uploaded it, I think I had less than half the subscribers I have now.
Wow.
So
you double your subscribers
since I uploaded that, yeah.
That just goes to show you it was brilliantly written and acted and directed on a very cold day. I think
oh man, it was cold, dude.
Yeah, it's supposed to be warmer.
I don't know if you guys know this, but whenever we took our hats off, it was like, all right, film, because the wind just got you. And then it started raining afterwards.
Yes.
We were like, we filmed the perfect opportunity because if
I think it was hailing a little bit too, but
if we just waited 10 minutes, it would have been over. I'm like, nope, wouldn't have worked.
Every time I'm in some kind of movie or skit or whatever, I just keep thinking Denzel Washington. Is this how he got started? You know, before he did Training Day, before he did, Glory and all of these great movies that he's been in. Did he actually go out and film skits on selling dilapidated cars? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think so, only because when he started acting, there probably wasn't, like, you probably couldn't buy cameras. Like, there were no iPhones. I guarantee that. So
I don't think they had talkies. I think that's what they call them now.
Yeah.
Talkies. Back then, they were just black and white, like wackadoodle stuff. So
also, to be an actor, you have to be chosen.
This is true.
Like, there's no, like, for comedians, you can go to open mics and then you can do MC and then feature and then headline. Like, there's a little bit more of like a structured path.
Yeah.
Or just spend a lifetime looping.
Doing open mics and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like to become like a comedian, like no name, like you can do that. And there is like a path that's kind of laid out for you, right? But like for acting, you have to be chosen by someone who's already good. I mean, right? Or like a director or a big producer. Like,
basically.
There's no like showcase that's like, look, like this is an amateur actor doing his thing. Like, who goes to plays? Like, if you're going to a play, it's gonna be like one that you already know is good.
Hamilton.
Right?
Go see Hamilton.
Yeah, but actually my mom saw that one. She said it was great.
Hamilton was awesome. It was awesome.
But like, you didn't like go to an open mic play.
Ooh.
Right?
That might be a new idea though.
No, wait. For a video?
Open mic plays.
Hey, that actually might be something. But like, those don't exist. Hey, I like this. Wait. We should. I like that. I'm gonna write this one down right now. I like this idea.
Yes.
Normally, I'm never on my phone, but an open mic play. That's a.
You could have like a 2-person team, minimum 2 persons, and they have 5. Give them 7 minutes. 7 minutes to act through a little skit.
Yep.
It would almost be improvisational. Are they doing improvisational stuff these days?
It is.
I don't know.
I have not been to a play since like the 4th grade, so I can't. And that
Were you in it?
No.
It was like a tree or a teapot, right?
It was a Phantom of the Opera, and it was like a field trip.
To where?
To
like Toronto?
No. It was like, I think it was the Detroit Opera House actually.
Oh wow. Well, hold on. You said 4th grade?
Yes.
So it was what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, for me that was like 3-4 years ago. For you that was like 50.
When
are you in 4th grade?
We didn't even have 4th grade.
Yeah, exactly.
We just went to school and just said, here, learn this.
It was just called school.
It was just called school. We didn't even know about the L, at the end. It's just called school. And then when you graduated, they're like, what school would you like to go to? What bigger school would you like to go to? And I chose Cornell. I should have chose Michigan State. Should have chosen.
Yes, you should have chosen Michigan State.
Only because it was easier to get into it. I could have.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Hey man, you could have been a football star.
I could have.
If you saw pictures of him like growing up, it's nothing. There's no happy smile on his shirt.
Make sure you put a picture of me at this point.
Yeah, so like you can see what this looks like, right? I'm like he looks like an actual rapper. Like you look like someone who's gonna go into hip hop. And then like when I met you, like the first time we filmed one of these actually, like your daughter was with us.
Right.
And then I was like, hey, how are you? And you were like, I love my daughter, I love my kids, I love my mom, like love. Like it gave me a hug. I'm like, he's not a rapper. What the hell is this?
Everything's all love. I'm not. Listen, man. I'm one of those what they call intelligent hoodlums. There's actually a rapper back in the 80s you wouldn't know called the Intelligent Hoodlum. And
did he make it?
He made a couple of cool songs, but
so that's a no. He didn't.
He may have been killed because he's still a hoodlum. That part.
Okay,
but he's intelligent, so
may he rest in peace.
May rest in peace. I hope he's not.
If he's still
alive,
let's go on.
Hey, come on the podcast with Perry.
That would be something.
But that's how I saw myself. I grew up in a very rough neighborhood, and I went to some tough schools and stuff, but I like to learn. I was a blurred before it was popular to be a blurred. And
what?
a blurred, a black nerd.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing now.
A blurred.
So, yeah, a blurred. But I was one before it was popular to be one.
There's no such thing as a brown nerd. We're just nerds.
No. Yeah. Or engineer if you're Indian.
Right. There's no Indian athletes.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a thing, right? But you know what's crazy? No one's advocating for that either.
I don't think. I think everybody has their own. They have their own little nook. It's like Indians are doctors, engineers. We expect that. Same thing with Asians. They're engineers. They're mathematicians. They're just brilliant at that. You know, black folks. We have the athlete thing on lock. We're about to take over hockey.
Yeah.
There's going to be all black hockey teams. Even in Boston, we're coming for you. And you know, we got the soccer thing because there are a lot of brown people to play soccer.
Well, I mean, yeah, like Ronaldinho is ridiculous. Like, he's an amazing soccer player. But,
right.
I mean, yeah, like I think for soccer, it's more just like
Pele, dude.
How brown are you? Yeah, like Pele, exactly. Like he was really black. He was really good. And then like Neymar is very Brazilian, so he's.
Matter of fact, that's black people's tagline. We're really black and we're really good.
Yes.
So
that's like your campaign promo right there.
Vote for us because we're really black and we're really good, and people just accept that.
But if I had like a black doctor, I trust him 100%. Because I was like, you had everyone around you saying don't do it, and you did it anyway. But if I had like a brown like Indian soccer player, I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? You don't want to be here.
But if he made it, especially on a national team or one of those big teams, Bayer or whatever.
No.
Was it Munchausen football club? I don't know.
I don't think Indians have ever made the World Cup. I don't think that's even like.
Hold on, rephrase that sentence because the World Cup could actually have been made in India. So
I doubt it, but like it was probably made in Brazil or like Germany or like something like that.
They didn't make the World Cup competition, but they could have very well have made the World Cup.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes, manufactured the World Cup.
I'm gonna stick with my black doctor. He knows what he's doing, and I trust him. But because like if you see an Indian doctor, you don't know if he actually likes his job.
Well, it's like Beckham. She was Indian, wasn't she?
Yeah, wasn't that like she was a Mindy Kaling? What's her last name? Like it was like Mindy, then the last name was with a K. I think that was her. But yeah, like it was her. And then there was a girl from Pirates of the Caribbean who played Elizabeth. I forgot her name. But yeah, those two were in the movie because I had a crush on her for the longest. The white girl, not the Indian one.
That goes to show you how much we know about Bendit. Like back,
yeah,
there was the girl,
surprisingly a lot of information.
And the girl who was in another movie
became a pirate.
I don't remember her name. And there was a guy who was breathing in one movie, and I think he may have been in the ticket line with me. So,
all right, man. Look, we're going back to comedy for 1 second.
Yes,
Last time you were here, you did not headline at Mark Ridley's.
I did not at the time.
Do you have a lot of people who are trying to be your friend now?
I have. Here's what Mark Ridley.
That's a yes. You gold digging comedians. I met him before he was headlining. I actually talked to him just the way he was.
He did.
It wasn't months later is when he was doing it. So I knew him before then. Let me just make that.
I didn't even know who this kid was, and I was like, why would he want to talk to me? And now we have this. This kinship. It's kismet. He's like the son that I never had. But although I have two sons, he's the one that I never had, literally. And I'm the old grizzled, hey boy, tie your shoes.
I mean, look at this shirt.
Yeah. I'm
if that doesn't say father, I don't know what does. He's got cargo shorts on.
I used to skateboard.
The shoes. Are those new shoes?
No, these are old ones, but I pulled them out because they match my shirt.
And they match your hat.
And they
my gosh, look at him. Oh.
See, that's another thing you'll learn about black people. We match. It's summertime. We have short sets. Watch the men. There'll be some kind of like pleated short, a shirt to match, and they'll have huaraches.
Watch the men.
Leather huaraches. And if you don't know what a huarache is, Google it. And you'll be like, yep, I've seen that in every black movie where they're barbecuing and huaraches. Or flip-flops. We do flip-flops.
The big one.
Flippity flops, as my grandmother used to call them. But no, man, Mark Ridley's headline in there was, it was a dream come true. It was 7 years in the making, less than 7 years, if I got to brag on it, in the making. And it was just magical, man. It was the most magical experience. And I got a cool, recording from it, and we've turned that into a movie.
This
cool guy is a video genius.
The video is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, man. He put an opening in it, and the closing credits, and me just doing my silliness in between, and it's gotten quite a few views, and I'm proud and happy for it. And last time we talked, I didn't have a CD either, so now I have this CD I put out a month or 5 weeks ago.
I think you did have a CD.
I had a CD, but my new CD wasn't out.
Yeah, so, yeah. There was...
Yeah, because I had a CD that I recorded at a show I did at Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase called Dope. D-O-P-E, period.
I still have it, dude.
And it has a lot of meanings to that word, not drug dealing or whatever. Say no to drugs. But I recorded a full hour plus, actually, out at 20 North in Lake Orion. And that was done back in November, called The Charm Offensive. And I put that out about 5-6 weeks ago. It's doing pretty well around the globe. I'm just saying.
Not to brag, but give me some numbers really quick.
What's that?
Give me some numbers, like how well is it doing?
I'm up to 2,600 downloads around the world. Now, that may not seem like a lot to the layman, but how many of you out there have 2,600 downloads of anything you've done around the globe? Thank you very much. Thank you. Shout out to Scotland. I see you out there, and Australia down there, and Japan, and United States, of course. United States would be over here.
Yeah.
Because Scotland and
we're in the United States.
We're actually in the United States right now. So yeah, man, 2,600 downloads in 5 weeks. That's 500 a week. If I can keep this going.
That's like Cornell math.
That's Cornell math, yes. That's only 1 year of Cornell, not one less. So
if he stayed all 4 years,
just imagine how quickly I would have figured it out.
510.6. I'm like, woo.
I would have taken it out to like the 7th decimal place. Yeah. But it's Saturday morning. I'm lazy. Yeah, man, it's doing well, and I'm proud of it. I'm very, very proud of it. And,
you should be.
I've sold a few. I have a bunch of downloads, and I'm still pushing it. Trying it.
It's going to be in the link in the description, so you definitely check it out.
The goal is to reach 100,000 streams. So listen to it, share it with 2 friends, tell those 2 friends to share it with 2 friends. Let's make this global. I don't care where they are in the world. Let's make it global. It's starting to catch on a little bit at the military installations around the world. The United States military installations. So hopefully, there are thousands of people on base that need to laugh, and I got you covered. The Charm Offensive. It looks like, if you look at the CD, it looks like I'm about to play alto saxophone on 12 tracks.
It does.
of sexiness. Maybe even sing a little bit. I don't know, but.
You could probably incorporate that in your act.
Yeah.
Like if you really wanted to, I'm sure you could get away with it. Most people I would not recommend. Don't bring guitar on stage. Don't incorporate like music because normally it's really bad. But if you wanted to sing,
I'll just walk out with a saxophone. I'll just walk out with a saxophone and just place it down and start telling jokes and never play it, and then pick it up and walk off stage. That would be awesome. But I just give you, you can't do
that anymore because now they know exactly what's gonna happen.
I just tipped my hand not to come up with another act.
We'll just find another instrument, like. But you don't have any like comedians who like right after you headline and then after you like advertise it, they were like, hey man, remember back in the day, me and you was like vibing, we were like good friends. It's like, can you bring me out?
Exactly.
Like, do you have that more now?
Here's the thing, and
just say their name or rhyme it.
Here's the thing. It sounds like no.
We know who you are, but we're not gonna say it because we're good people.
In 7 years, I've built a nice little coalition of comedy friends.
Yeah.
And I get along with everyone, man. I'm laid back, man. I just want everyone to succeed, and there's enough room. It's comedy. Everyone needs to laugh. There's enough room for everyone. So I want everyone to succeed. So I have my hand, out and prepared to shake and high five and fist bump anyone and everyone that wants to work with me. And I've been fortunate enough to where I meet people, I've left an impression with them, and they then want me to be on their shows, or they'll recommend me to other people. And that's how I get a lot of my work. I book my own stuff.
No manager, no agent. He's just
no nothing.
Just doing
and I'm on my hustle. And July is coming up, and that's the first month. And oh God, that's the first month in probably 4 years that I don't have any shows.
Really? Like you have none?
None in July. So the plan is to go to Montreal, to go to Just for Laughs and hang out there. We'll hopefully catch some show. I take it back. I just booked a show on the 25th.
Can you get on Montreal or no?
I can't because you have to be invited. Can't? No, you have to be invited to it, or you have to apply for it. And I missed the deadline completely. I had other stuff going on. I was working.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to get on next year. But the thing
that's our whole time.
That's it?
I told you, dude. It passes by really quickly, right. And most people, when I tell them it's like 20 minutes, they're like, "Man, that's gonna take forever."
No.
You didn't say that.
20 minutes. I mean,
yeah, but like if it was other people who like I don't know yet, that like we'll get to like 20 minutes and they're like, "That's it." Like yes, that's it. Like that's all we get.
So then cut out what you don't need. All right.
All right. So Mike Geeter, man, thank you so much for coming out.
Man,
because this guy's incredible.
Bring it in, man. Again, the son I've never had or wanted.
Father who adopted me unknowingly.
But glad that he came into my life. That's it. This is Pary.
So check out, like, I'll like get his YouTube channel in there, and like everything will be in the link below. Just watch his stuff. It's incredible.
Charm offensive.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay fresh, stay golden.